So first of all, I'm going to start by saying that I'm a Broncos fan. I'm rooting for Kansas City to lose. Thus, my preference is for Baltimore to win. And then on the NFC side, I don't really have a preference for the two teams. But if I had to choose, I'm going to go with Detroit as my preference because I think the redemption arc of Jared Goff would be a compelling story. Now, in terms of my predictions of what will happen, which teams will win, I'm going to go with, for the AFC Championship, also Baltimore. And then for the NFC Championship, I'm going to predict Detroit as well. So my predictions and my preferences are going to be the same. Certainly my bias is into it, but I've done a little bit of statistical analysis. Very cursory, surface level, looking at the stats over the 2023 season, NFL.com. For the NFC Championship, both Detroit and San Francisco seem to have quite balanced offenses. They're both good in the upper third for passing and rushing. San Francisco's got playmakers all over the field. Deebo Samuel will play, as I understand. Detroit doesn't have any household names outside of Jared Goff, from my perspective, again, from a casual fan's perspective. But I think the difference will be experience at quarterback. It's been 6 years since his Super Bowl appearance, and he's been, I wouldn't say cast away, but traded away from the Rams to the Lions, and then the Rams won the Super Bowl the following season. I think that experience, that age and experience, will be the difference at the quarterback position. From what I can tell, both teams are solid defensively. You'd have to beat at least a decent defensive team to get to the championship game. Even though they're on the road, I feel Jared Goff will lead the team to victory. And then on the AFC side, Kansas City looks like they're in the top tier, top third passing offense. Baltimore about mid-tier, but their rushing really makes up for it. Lamar Jackson at the quarterback position. Kansas City's got Mahomes, of course, two-time Super Bowl championship winner. But I have a hunch that despite his early success, I think he'll only get to one more Super Bowl. I don't think this year will be the year. I know he's got Mr. Taylor Swift to pass to, and they're already near the top in terms of passing duos in playoff history. Kansas City doesn't have Tyreek Hill anymore, but from what I can tell, I think their strength is actually their defense this season. Having said that, they will be on the road. They won last week in Buffalo, but Baltimore has been more consistent, I feel. I just recall talking heads discussing how Kansas City, just not being able to score this season. But Baltimore, I know their tight end is going to play. I don't know his name, not a household name, but if your starting tight end can play, then that's a real security blanket for your starting QB. Lamar Jackson might be the offensive MVP because they're at home and they're a running team. Defense is at least above average. I feel that will put them over the top. Those are my predictions and also my preferences. We'll see.